Good morning, this is Naomi Fenlon from About Face Skincare in Philadelphia, and I'm about to do an extraction excuse me, on a lesion which my patient here decided he was going to surgically excise himself, and now we need to kind of clean it up. So as you can see, there's a little scabbing going on, but the way that I know that there's still more in there is there's swelling around the scab. And that color of the scab is just wrong. It's too dark and there's almost a yellowish hint to it. I'm not sure if you can see that. So we're going to lift that scab up and get out whatever it is that's lingering in there and make this puppy go away. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use my isolase. My isolase is a device that does three things. It helps to pull whatever's in the pore out, or at least up to the surface. It kills bacteria and it decreases oil production, so it addresses all of the issues that are involved in having a pimple form.
What do you expect to see after you isolate this?
It's a little bit of an unknown quantity because depending on how deep this is, that scab may be very tightly tethered down. But a lot of times when I see a lesion like this, what will happen is the scab actually comes off with the pulse, a little bit of blood, a little bit of pus, and then we get rid of whatever else is in there. But we'll see. It's always a bit of an unknown because I never know exactly how much damage has been done underneath the surface of the skin when patients try to do this kind of extraction themselves. Okay. So we just put a little bit of water and we cover the lesion and pulse.
Does that hurt?
No, I mean it's a little sting, but I'm used to it.
And you can see, here, let me show you under magnification what really happened with that one pulse. Can you see that? So we pulled up part of the scab, and what's inside of there is now being drawn out in part. So we have to come back and get rid of the rest of it. But you can see, I think, pretty clearly, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to use a little antiseptic on the skin directly. Okay, so you can see this part of the scab lifted up over here. We're going to lift it up the rest of the way really gently.
Will this leave a scar?
This shouldn't leave a scar. I mean, in part, whether or not there's a scar will depend on how much damage has been done deep underneath the surface of the skin. But once I remove that scab, you can see there's really a large area of inflammation here.
Yes.
It's not just a small spot, like, you know,
Ooh.
And there you go. Okay? So, that is the culprit in this pimple. And I'm not sure if you can tell or not that a lot of that is solid material. It's not liquid. Okay. And that solid material is simply the collection of dead skin cells that were stuck inside of this pore. And they are at the root of the problem. Hang on. We want to get that out. Okay. And you can see, if I do this quickly enough, you can see there's still a little bit more in there. Hang on, patient. Do you see it kind of trying to pop out?
Yeah.
There we go. And rather than drag that and tear the skin, we're going to come back from the opposite direction and just press on the skin around it. You see it in there?
Yeah. How can you see, though?
I guess just because I see a lot of them. I just know what I'm looking at. And a little bit more is still in there. So we're going to press. And the whole idea here is when you use one of these extractors, you see all that stuff in there?
Yeah.
Okay. When you use one of it, looks like it's pretty good now. When you use one of these extractors, you simply put the center of the lesion right in the middle of that opening, and you press on the perimeter. So you're pressing the skin back. Oh, there is more. And whatever it is that's inside of that pore just stands up nice and proud and you just slide it off. Okay, so let's take another hit with the isolase. We're going to make sure we've killed any bacteria that's lingering in there. We're going to make sure that we pull everything up. So a little bit of water again. And it already looks way better, right?
Yeah. Up close it looks scary, but once you
Once
zoom
you
out
back
and
off,
see, yeah.
you can see the area, the whole area around it isn't red and angry like it was because we got rid of all of that pressure, all of that stuff in there. So let's do another pulse. So you trap it underneath, pulse it, and you get your little drop of blood so you know that you've cleaned this out adequately. And if you look at that, that looks way better than it did when we started. So typically what happens with these, it takes somewhere in the neighborhood of 48 to 72 hours for them to heal. One of the reasons that pimples don't heal right away is because there's still bacteria left inside, and this device kills that bacteria, so it's free to heal properly, and it does quickly if somebody's healthy.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. If you want any more information, you can check out our website, www.aboutfaceskincare.com. Thanks so much. Have a great day.